Amber Heard's insurance company sued her last week. They're saying they are not going to pay out her claim to Johnny Depp. They're refusing to pay it. And that is because she was so difficult along the process. They offered her a free attorney. She rejected that attorney out of paranoia, hired her own team, refused to participate with their attorney. And also they said that the jury did find that she did act in malice, that what she did was intentionally hurt Johnny Depp, which was not included in their insurance policy. You can't do anything willfully to harm someone and get sued by them and lose. So they're refusing to pay out her settlement with Johnny Depp, and they're actually suing her. So it's not between this new album dropping Friday, 18 by Johnny Depp and Jeff Beck, the lawsuit. There's not a lot of good days for Amber Heard lately. I will say when it comes to this jury situation, though, it's nothing to worry about. This is a desperate attempt by Amber Heard's team to stay relevant. They actually leaked this story to Deadline prior to it being available to anybody else on Friday, which tells you that it's just another PR stunt by Amber's crew.
Well, it's interesting what you say about the insurance, because I didn't realise that had happened, because the judge of the trial, or the defamation case, said in order for you, Amber, to be able to appeal, which is what she wanted to do, against the jury's decision, you must put that, I believe it's $10 million, into the coffers of the court. You must give us that money, then you can lodge an appeal. So presumably she can't do that because she hasn't got the money. So the only avenue left to her legally is to say that there should be a mistrial because of this juror. So yes. Desperate straits, yes?
Yes, and let me give you the background on the juror. What happened was one person was summoned at a home that was, I believe he was 77 years old, but he has it sounds like he has a 52-year-old son that shares his first and last name. And so the 52-year-old showed up probably because he thought that it was him that was summoned as a juror. Now, the court looked through everybody's identification. They went over names. They went over birthdays. And not only did the court do that, but so did Amber Heard's attorneys before the trial started. So really, this is just a desperate attempt. Now, what Amber Heard did by leaking it to Deadline here in the States was try to insinuate that this 52-year-old pursued getting on this jury because he intended to find Johnny Depp innocent, or find Amber Heard guilty, like he was out to get Amber Heard. But the reality is this is just a 52-year-old that made a mistake. And really, you're going to call a 77-year-old person to a jury? Like, leave that person alone. They've served their country already, right?
Quite, exactly. I mean, when will these two give it up? As you said, I mean, to be fair to Johnny, he's written a song in which he lays out his feelings about Amber Heard fairly explicitly. And you can forgive him some sort of expression of the emotions he must be feeling right now. But he hasn't dropped the whole issue yet. She certainly won't. When are they going to stop these two?
You know, it's the most toxic relationship I've ever seen in my entire life. Yes. And I'm from America. I mean, I've got OJ and Nicole, all right? And this is pretty toxic. But I just think that with Johnny, at least he's a bit more artistic in the way he deals with things. Amber just reeks of desperation. I mean, some of the other lyrics, if I had a dime, it wouldn't reach your hand. I mean, let's be honest. You feel for him there, right? Yeah. And you're sitting there like a dog with a 7-year itch. I mean, these aren't as nasty and as vicious as some of the lies we watched her spread on international television on the stand.
What's the feeling about Amber out there? Because, you know, you and I talked about this before, that the turning point in that case, and we heard this from one of the jurors. In America, jurors are allowed to speak out about their deliberations. And he said the turning point was when she went into the dock and delivered this kind of rather theatrical, yeah, there you go, that's it, like a sort of soap actress going way over the top. And they all looked at her and said, she's faking it. And if you looked at her, there she was, crying, weeping, no tears, though.
No tears. It wasn't just that. She like wanted to make eye contact with them. And it was her aggressiveness on the stand in trying to make eye contact with each and every one of them. Towards the end, some of the people that were watching from the courtroom said that the jurors just refused to look at her because she made them so uncomfortable with her forced eye contact. So, you know, what was she like? Yes, she would love round two. She would love a mistrial and to do this all over again. But would I tell you that I thought she'd learn some lessons based on what the jury has said now and based on the first trial? No, I think this woman is stubborn, entitled, and perhaps quite possibly mentally ill.
And certainly desperate because, as you say, I don't think she's got the money to pay this settlement. As I said earlier, the judge said, you can appeal, but I want to see the money first. She just clearly hasn't got it, has she?
Oh, the funniest part about Amber Heard's financial situation is the biggest check she ever received was for her divorce from Johnny Depp, which she said she told everybody on international television she donated to these charities, and we found out throughout this trial that that is not the case. That is not true. She donated a tiny portion to charities, and she allegedly pledged to continue donating, but you can't say you gave away $7 million when in reality you're buying new stilettos. That's just not the way it goes.
One last point, her career must be sort of at an all-time low. Johnny was sort of basically exonerated in that defamation case. I mean, is his career on the up?
I would say yes. We are hearing rumors that Disney is trying to court him again, no matter how many alpacas it takes for them to lure him back. They are in talks trying to figure out could they do another Pirates with him or how they could include him. And we're also hearing from Warner Brothers that they're considering recasting entirely Amber Heard's role in Aquaman 2. Whoa. So there is a very, very severe shift when it comes to their careers.
Different fortunes.
Yes.